Hello everyone, welcome to vishnuiasacademy. Today we will discuss about a important and surprising fact about a part in our body. We will be surprised by knowing this. Let's begin with. So if you see, we already know we all have to preserve stem cells for our future purpose. In this way, there is one important organ or the part of the body which is like a goal and in the part of a stem cell. Let's see what it is. If you see stem cells from the extracted wisdom teeth, you know whenever you reach 25 or 30, you will be getting one more teeth which is called as a wisdom teeth. That is now the golden stem cell, we can call it as. So that's what. And why we call this wisdom teeth as golden one? Because it has so many advantages. Apart from the advantages, it can be used as a lifesaver in many of the diseases. That's why we could call this stem cell, which is from the extracted wisdom teeth, can be called as a magic gold. That's what here I'm showing you the wisdom teeth, which is the last part of our teeth. So if you see, what are they? So wisdom teeth, as you can see in the image, they are pulped stem cells, and that too a type of syncymal stem cells. What is this syncymal stem cell? If you ask me, these are nothing but stem cells which are attached to each other like a joint or the cartilage which has a connection, or the bones. So if you see, actually these type of mesenchymal stem cells can be differentiated into these many types. Like I said, bone cells, cartilage, nerve cells, muscle cells, and then the fat cells. Basically the thing is, this word, the mesenchymal stem cell, actually means the stem cells should have a connection with each other. In the same way, if you observe all the teeth, they will have a connection with each other as a part of a gum or through roots. That's why this can also be comes under this mesenchymal stem cell. And if you see, now why they are called as a medical gold, that is very important. Okay, that is in use, right? So the thing is it is easily accessible. If you see, we have so many stem cell storage units, especially in the northern part of India and in the somewhere in the Hyderabad, but it is less. And if you see, it is easily available, if you see, because after when you reach 30s, you will be anyhow getting the teeth, and that so many people will try to extract them because it causes a lot of pain to them. That easily accessible teeth has turned now into the golden one. That's why it is easily accessible, and anyway you are going to remove it. And next thing, young stem cell, because as soon as it came out, you are extracting it. So as when it is in as a young bud, you are extracting it and storing it. That's why because of its young nature, it is easy and it has turned into gold now. And if you see, can be cryopreserved. So because you are extracting when it is in a bud stage, it is easy for them to preserve it. And one more thing is non-invasive compared to the bone marrow. Because if you store some other stem cells after your birth and then if you want to use it, it is difficult. Why? Because that time, because of some reactions, that becomes a more invasive species. That's why if you store the grown part of wisdom teeth, that is already grown in your body. So compared to the other stem cells like bone marrow, it is less invasive. That's why these are the advantages of this wisdom teeth. That's why we'll call it as a medical gold. And if you see, diseases that can treat with the help of this medical gold are these many. See, there are so many other diseases as well, but they are still in research. I am here showing you only which are proved. Okay, so dental and bone regenerations like fractures, tooth repair. If something happened to a tooth or the fractures occurred in this part or the jaw, that can be easily replaced by using this wisdom teeth. And neurological disorders. As you know, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's are the very rarest of the rare neurological diseases which has no cure and no medicine. Eventually the person dies. So that also can be treated with the help of this medical gold. And other heart diseases like myocardial repair, which is most of the people will suffer after the treatment of heart attack. And if you see other autoimmune or metabolic diseases like diabetes and eye diseases like corneal repair. If something happens to your cornea, the ophthalmologist will go and he'll treat and he'll do surgery, right? But there are chances for you to get a better vision. Less chances for you to get a better vision. So with the help of the stem cells in the wisdom teeth, it is easy for them to operate, and that operation also be in a successful manner. And as I said, other things are in still research. Once if you get the other diseases which can be cured by using this wisdom teeth, that also will tell you soon. That's why this is very important. And if you see what are the advantages, so if you have other stem cells also, but when you compare with the other stem cells, what are the advantages? Let's see. First one is avoids ethical issues, because until now we are using embryonic stem cell. What is embryonic stem cell? When the baby births, after that we'll store the umbilical cord and the liquid in it, and we store it as an embryonical cell or the stem cell. But the thing is, so many parents, most of them are not willing to give the stem cells because they feel that as their own part itself. They'll feel as unethical. That's why if you use this wisdom teeth, that unethical concern we can actually eliminate. And if you see, can be used for personalized regenerative medicine. So because this teeth and its storing is very easy, this can also be used as a regenerative one. You can also regenerate with the help of this. But the embryonic stem cell which we are gonna use nowadays, that is not a regenerative one, but this is a regenerative one. And if you see, banking them today can be a future health asset. So compared to the embryonic stem cell, this teeth storing is comparatively easy. If you bank them today, it is useful for you in the future with a less price compared to the embryonic stem cell. That's why wisdom teeth stem cell is a medical gold, and everyone has to try to preserve this for our future generation as well as for our own health or diseases. So that's it for today. If you like our initiative, please share, comment, subscribe our Vishnu IAS Academy YouTube channel. Thank you.